Hi, this is Shiva. Welcome to Coding Tutor. As part of application development, in the last video, we stopped how to perform soft-delete operations using Spring Boot. Now, let me try to continue from where exactly I stopped. Now, let me show you guys. Let's try to revise once again what is soft delete. A soft delete means marking a record as deleted without actually removing it from the database. In other words, we can try to say the data still exists, it's just hidden or ignored in normal queries. Let me show you the example once. Let me open my Paint. Assume that this is my table, user details, ID, first name, last name, email, and is deleted. Right. So ID 1, first name Shiva, last name Anna. What about here? Email, right? Email. So let me try to give email and shiva@gmail.com is deleted. Now, false. By default, we are showing user is active. Now, once we deleted the false, it changes a true. It means that the record is deleted from the database. The record is deleted. It means the inactive. So record is exist in the database, but the record will be deleted. Now, whenever we are retrieving a data from the database, inactive users I don't want to display in application level. Let me show you guys. So this is what we did in the last session, right? Now, look at here. Yes, this is what we did in the last. Let me continue once again my implementation class. Look at here. Yes. By default is active. The data is act. Now the record is exist. We not performed any delete operation in the last video. Now in the coming today we are going to perform that operation, guys. Yeah. Now let me try to write. This is my service implementation class. Already we know that we implemented. Now here observe that just saving. Let me try to provide here optional. Remove user response. Otherwise, I'll try to say record is deleted, right? Delete user. I'm writing integer ID, user ID, right? Using ID, I want to perform a delete the specific user. Okay. Now let me provide implementation for this. Where is my implementation class? Yes. Implementation method. Look at now, delete user. Here I'm trying to performing repo. User repository. Now, then you can try to write find by ID, user repository, and I'm writing the record is exist or not. First of all, we have to check that when we are trying to removing the specific user. Find by ID. Yes, find by ID means the ID is exist or not. We are checking here. Okay, now we've passed this ID. Yeah. Now Look at now, by ID, I can say user. If user is present, if user is present, now I can say user dot get method. Yeah, user dot get method. So what is the user info? Let me try to write here. Yes. Now, right. I'll write like this. Now, I can say report dot user report dot user repository dot delete. Okay, delete by ID. Delete by ID. Now we can try to pass the ID. User info dot get user ID. If user ID, if for example, if ID is exist, then only we can try to delete it. Now observe that here, please. The return type is void. The record is return type is void. Just what I'm doing is here in this context, we are writing like this: user info dot get ID, get user ID equal, not equal 0. Then we are trying to performing the operation like this. Good. Right. Now we are performing the operation like this, not equal to 0. Then I can return record is deleted successfully. We can write in different approaches, friends. Record deleted successfully. Right. Record deleted successfully. Is it clear? Otherwise, returns just I'm trying to returning a null. Okay. Record deleted successfully. User record is better word is user record deleted. Like this. Now observe, friends, user record deleted successfully. Now let me try to perform this operation. So if I want to perform this operation, no doubt, let me check that. Let me try to write the controller. Yeah. I'm not using response entity and all those things. In coming videos, we are going to perform the response entity and exception handling. After that, we try to enter in the advanced level. We are going to be introduced, right? Public soft delete user. Now I can say user response. Sorry, string. Just you can give string. Now you can integer ID. Right. Service implementation dot delete user. Yeah, you can try to pass the ID. Here you can try to specify at the rate of what? At the rate of integer ID. 1 minute. at the rate of path variable, right? Path variable at the rate of get mapping, right? So delete, that's it. Then I can try to perform a delete. That's it, nothing is there here. Delete user, just a message. I'll try to write a message. Now return message. So just I'm writing a simple way of giving a response. Anyone can understand this. Then in the coming series, then I'll try to go for to implement the response entity, then what is the status codes, and how to perform the handling of the exceptions, and we'll try to introduce, right? Did user, okay, ID are pausing, and we are trying to deleting. Let me check that once. MySQL workbench. Okay, let me open configuration file. So look at here, configuration file. Using what is the database configuration details, and my database name is userdb. Okay, yeah. Let me open my SQL workbench. UserDB, user details, select rows. Look at now. Okay, yeah. Now let me try to delete it. What I can say that, let me open my Postman. Let me open my Postman. Is a client. Okay. Yeah. Let me check that once. Where is my controller? One minute. Stuff you can try. See here, user management system we are doing now. You can try to make a change like user controller. Anything is fine. So customer controller, user controller is fine. Now, not get mapping. You can try to use delete mapping because you are trying to perform the delete operation, right? So delete mapping. Yes. Okay, delete. So let me try to run it. Run as Spring Boot application. One minute. Begin with service implementation. Implementation. Remove user. Just I'm making change here, sir. Instead of delete user, we are trying to using remove user. Anything is fine, but the reason behind this I'll explain. Yeah. Now let me try to run it. Yes, it's running now. Why? Let me check the issue then. Unsatisfied dependency injection. Customer controller unsatisfied dependency through field service information cleaning. Okay. User info. Okay, 1 minute, sir. Where is my user info? Here. Yes. Perfect. Next, customer can save it first. The remove user. Why we are getting error? Okay. Control C. Right. Remove user. Where I can try to write it. Remove user. Right. Let me try to run it. Yes. Okay, got it. Yeah, sir. Now let me show you then why we got the error is user repository inside. Observe that. So these are two methods what I mentioned. My intention is to continue to complete this task here. Okay. let me comment this, why these methods I commented, and because my intent, I'll tell you then why I commented this. I'll explain it. Before that, let me complete to run this process, right? Now you can look at it here. Perfect. No doubt about it. So why you got the error in the previously, why not now? Sir, very simple. Here, what is my intention is, so once the deletion is completed, once deleted the record operation, once it completes, my next step to fetch the data from the database, to fetch the information from the database. So when I'm fetching the data from the database, deleted users information we don't want to show the end user. For that, we have to write custom query. Otherwise, only the specific user, it means that we can try to use find by ID and deleted false. If I use this one, the ID, if it is not deleted users information, it ignore and it try to return the user information. The specific user information record is not deleted, happily it will return it. Then now find all. So one more operation I want to perform, find all. Using find all, I want to fetch what are the users are available in the database. Which users? Active users information I want to fetch it. For that, we are return find all by deleted false. So these two methods first I'm introducing here. In the last examples, are you observed or not, we discussed writing custom queries, right? Writing a custom query, we implemented these two operations. Without using a custom query, I want to show you people, then I want to implement in this example like this. Okay, these two operations will perform in the next level. Let me try to show then deleting the user now. Yeah, open Postman client, body as well. Okay, let's go to here, delete, create, delete, right? Smash. Look at now, API delete. Then I can try to specify the ID. So then I want to give like 1. Let me delete it. Yeah. Oh, record is not found. Okay. Let me check that record is exist in the database or not. Yeah. 1. Okay. Sir, why is giving like this? Remove user ID will go here. Yes, it exists or not, it will check that. So delete by ID, we should be user now. Tell me. Sir, we have to perform the operation, sir. In this context, if IDs exist, not this is the operation should be performed, sir. We have to be performed like this. User info dot what is deleted. Set deleted true. Now, once it true, then now what I have to do that next step. Once deleted true, then save the data in the database. This is what we should be perform it. Okay, remove user repository dot. This is the right approach. Generally, people will do the mistake. What I shown you people. I want to show that mistake and how to correct it. User repository dot save method. Right now, you can try to use reference variable. Yes. Once you save it, then assume that record is deleted successfully. Okay. Perfect. Right. Now, let me use post method. Where is my 1 minute customer controller? Here, API create. Okay, now let me try to specify the user request. Create. Now body raw JSON. Here you can try to say first name, then you can try to give Rani. The Rani, comma, last name, email, right. Next, password. Then let me try to use Rani. Okay, let me try to create it as well. Right, the record is inserted successfully. Let me run it. Yes. Now, okay, now let me open the customer controller API and /delete path variable. So when you are trying to providing here, then no doubt we have to provide like this, then it works perfectly. In the last time when I'm trying to attempting, I did a mistake, sorry for that. Delete. /1. Just make a change. Delete. See now, user recorded it successfully. Right? Let me check that. Look at here. So now the user is inactive. Now when I'm fetching the data, existing users information only we should be displaying, not inactive user information. Active user information only we should be displaying. Right? That is the next context, next scenario we are going to work with that. So in the coming video, we will develop this operation, guys. After that, we'll try to enter in the advanced concept. Okay, right. Thank you. Nice. We'll meet you again back next video.